The man carried his paralyzed wife into the bathtub. Just after filling it with water, he suddenly slipped and hit his head on the sink, knocking himself unconscious. Witnessing this, the woman felt utter despair. Water continued to flow steadily into the tub, with the water level nearly covering her mouth. She placed her hope in her right foot, which still had a trace of sensation, attempting to hook the drain plug at the bottom of the tub, but her paralyzed body couldn't muster any strength. Determined, Annie tried repeatedly. With her maximum effort, she could only pull the plug halfway out. The water was draining much slower than it was filling. As the water level was about to rise above her nose, Annie frantically used her foot to pull on the drain again. Unfortunately, instead of removing the plug, she accidentally broke the metal chain securing it. Desperate to avoid drowning, Annie shifted her hopes to the shower head at the bottom of the tub. She concentrated all her strength into her left hand, trying to adjust the shower head's position to control the water flow. However, this method proved too slow. The rising water gradually submerged her. In this critical moment, she gathered her strength and yanked hard. Though she managed to turn the knob and slow the water flow, the continuously rising water level still kept her in danger. Annie slowly extended her foot above the water, focusing all her weight on her sole. She then slammed it down on the drain plug, finally dislodging it. As the water level gradually decreased, Annie finally had a chance to breathe. But then she made a surprising discovery. Her paralyzed body had begun to respond. She tried to sit up to check on the man on the floor, but strangely, he had vanished. Only then did Annie recall what a friend had told her days earlier. Her husband might be having an affair. Considering everything, it seemed this was her husband's carefully planned attempt to murder her. To prevent him from succeeding, she struggled to climb out of the bathtub. Since her body hadn't fully recovered, she could only slowly inch forward using her upper body. Annie struggled to stand up and lunge toward the phone to call for help, but the phone line had been cut by her husband. Just then, a dark shadow appeared in the doorway. Realizing it was likely her husband, Annie quickly grabbed a piece of broken glass from the bathroom to defend herself.